The miserable woman had just been kicked out of the house by her husband, when she was knocked unconscious by a burly man from behind. When she opened her eyes again, she found herself tied up in an abandoned warehouse. The mastermind behind all this was none other than her husband's mistress, who not only wanted to replace the woman's position, but also wanted to take over her family's assets, and even make her disappear completely. However, what they didn't expect was that the woman didn't lose her life, but was instead saved by her childhood sweetheart. The cruel husband and his family paid a heavy price for this. It turned out that the woman was originally the eldest daughter of a wealthy family. Back then, for the sake of love, she had insisted on marrying the scumbag despite her parents' objections. After marriage, she not only gave birth to children, but also took on the burden of taking care of the family. Moreover, over the years, she had secretly used her family's influence to help her husband's company grow bigger and bigger. However, the woman never thought that, when the scumbag husband became successful, he would publicly betray her. Faced with the woman's questioning, the husband only asked nonchalantly why she had come back so early today. The mistress even mocked her, saying that she hadn't taken good care of her figure, and had nothing to show for it except a body full of fat. With her appearance, how could she still want to be the wife of a wealthy family? The woman immediately wanted to fight her to the death, but she was pushed away by the scumbag husband. At this moment, the mother-in-law heard the commotion and came in. The woman thought that after serving this family for 5 years, the mother-in-law would help her reprimand the husband. However, the mother-in-law slapped her hard across the face, and then threw a divorce agreement at her, telling her to sign it and get out of the house. At this point, the scumbag husband also completely revealed his ugly face, saying that if it weren't for the woman's good looks and ability to help him make money back then, he wouldn't have been so blind as to marry such an old and ugly woman. The woman finally realized that the marriage where the scumbag treated her as a tool was a complete joke, after she had gone against her parents and hidden her identity to be their workhorse. So she immediately decided to give up this marriage, and signed the divorce agreement. Watching the scumbag and his mistress leave, the woman was completely disheartened. What she worried about most was her son. However, just as the woman was taking her luggage and preparing to leave with her son, her mother-in-law was already waiting at the door. The family didn't want the little boy to leave with his good-for-nothing mother. Just as the woman and her mother-in-law were in a stalemate, the scheming woman lost her balance, and fell heavily to the ground due to her physical condition. Seeing this, the scumbag instantly became furious, grabbed the woman by the neck, and drove her out of the house. Even after going this far, the scheming woman still didn't feel at ease, so she found someone to kidnap the ex-wife, and take her to an abandoned warehouse, intending to make her disappear completely. Fortunately, at the critical moment, the woman's childhood sweetheart rushed over, and took the unconscious woman to the hospital. When the woman opened her eyes again, she was lying in a hospital bed. Seeing her wealthy father guarding by her side, she could no longer suppress the grievances in her heart, and cried to her father about the hardships she had endured over the years. At this moment, the TV news broadcast the news of her death. The woman then decided to turn the tables, and attend her own funeral as the eldest daughter of a wealthy family at her ex-husband's house.